Chicago Stadium in Chicago, Illinois. The LA Lakers meet the Chicago Bulls. Good evening again, everyone. I'm Jim Carvelis and John Kerr. John, let's pick up on the question I posed to you before in the Thursday night NBA. This club won 450-plus, had 450-plus seasons. But the last couple of years, it's not been too productive here. Why?
Well, I think they've had to go through a draft system. They've been very good with it, too. Scott May, a #1 draft choice. Artis Gilmore, #1 draft choice from the dispersal draft of the ABA. David Greenwood, a #1. Reggie Theus, a #1. They've had to supplant that with a few trades, Jim, a few waiver players, and it's built their team back up. But when they had that 50-plus wins 4 seasons in a row, they allowed Chet Walker to retire. They allowed Bob Love to leave without much compensation for it. Jerry Sloan got hurt and left. Boerwinkle got hurt and left, and Norm Van Leer was put on waivers. So they didn't replace those players, and I think that really cost them.
All right, as far as the LA Lakers are concerned, they've been a terrific story. Of course, we all know Magic Johnson's with them, but he hasn't really been the only reason, although we don't want to take a thing away from his contribution to this club. But it seems like Jabbar Red has gone through a time machine. He's playing great. Wilkes is an outstanding player. The team has come together.
Well, Magic Johnson creates so much magic out there that he leaves Jabbar alone. The players have to leave him alone. He's playing more one-on-one now, getting more one-on-one coverage, and he's a much more effective player, shooting 70% from the floor. One of the great leaders. But you keyed on something. Jamaal Wilkes. They worry about Nixon scoring. They worry about Magic Johnson and Jabbar. And the guy that always kills you with that 19 and 20-point effort night after night is Jamaal.
Kidding.
Well, I was talking to Chick Hearn, that's been on the case with him, and it was November 8th, 1979, that Jack was injured in that bicycle accident, and he is coming along slowly, but they see him now and then, and sounds like he's going to be all right.
Well, I heard he was scouting the other day, and that was great news. At least he's out scouting. All right, the front line, Abdul-Jabbar leading the league in shot blocking, 25 points per game, top rebounder. He's had a tremendous year. He's up front with Jones and Wilkes, and that's Magic Johnson. Magic averaging 18.4 points per game. Jones averaging 11. Jamaal Wilkes 19.9. Here's that quick little guard, Norman Nixon, 6'2", 175-pounder, averaging 18.1 a game. That's Paul Westhead. I read somewhere where in 8 or 10 of the 12 categories, he was in the top 4 all-time Chicago Bull players. Great player. And he's a rookie coach now, trying to learn this business. Sobers went to the basket, and he was fouled by Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Jones and Spencer Haywood have been very good additions to this LA club, John.
Yeah, again, both players formerly playing center in the league, doing a job now at the forward spot, complimenting Jabbar.
All right, Ricky Sobers at the line. Chicago on top, 1-0. Thursday night NBA basketball. Jim Carvelis, Johnny Kerr, Chicago Stadium. Milwaukee will be at Seattle. Game 2. Eddie Doucette and Steve Jones will be in the second game. All right, here's Sobers to the baseline, and the rebound to Jones. 1-0 Bulls. Magic Man. Rebound, Kobe Dietrich. Got him from San Antonio. Kobe's one of those people that doesn't make a lot of mistakes, John. I was reading in the stat sheet that he is the least percentage turnovers of anyone on the club. Ricky Sobers, and it's a 3-0 Bull lead.
Yeah, we talked about Ricky taking over the leadership here, and especially since Artis Gilmore has come back, he's done it so well. You'll watch him come down, and if the break is not there, they try to bring it back out, wait for Artis to set up, and then run their offense.
9 seconds to shoot. Jabbar, Nixon wide open. Jabbar got Nixon wide open 15 feet away. That's almost a layup for Norm Nixon. It's 3-2, the Bulls on top. Wilkes on Dietrich. Inside. Gilmore, and Nixon comes off with a loose ball. 3-on-2 break, took it to the middle, got it to Magic Johnson, and Jones never expected it. Jones was going to the boards. Watch Theus against Jabbar. We got a piece of it. See you later. Jimmy Jones from Wilkes. Wilkes is so smooth.
That's what we talked about. You start guarding everybody else, and Wilkes is the one that knocks the ball in the hole on you.
All right, here's David Greenwood, the fine rookie of Chicago. Long release to Jimmy Jones for a layup. And the Lakers, who were down 3-0 in this game, are now up 6-3. We played 1:56 of the ball game.
To give him that delay warning, Jim, if you touch the ball when it comes through the net, and slow it down, slow a fast breakdown, they'll give you a delay of game, and then they'll call technical on you.
Gilmore tries Jabbar. Offensive foul. Earl Strom calls an offensive foul on Artis Gilmore.
It's different watching one-on-one play here. Artis tried to muscle inside. Jabbar held his ground, and the foul was on 53, Artis Gilmore.
Nixon got away from Sobers, and the Lakers have scored 8 straight points. We have a big audience out in Los Angeles tonight. We want to welcome the Theta cable system. Some 100,000 homes on that system watching us. Of course, our neighbors, Salmons from Glendale, Burbank. A lot of Laker fans out there watching tonight's game. We want to welcome you. Kobe Dietrich out of the corner. And the rebound to the Magic Man. Jones to the baseline. What a move.
Took it outside. Looked like he was going to go to the middle, reverse down the baseline, and laid it in, and that was the next center that did that. Nice move.
All right, Jerry Sloan wants to talk it over with the score. The Lakers 10, the Bulls 3 in the first quarter. Let's pause for this word. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. Big division, so it's a big game for everyone. Landsberger's in the game now for Chicago. He's up front with Greenwood. Here's David. Nice move. David Greenwood. Chicago has Greenwood, Gilmore, Landsberger, Theus, and Sobers. Lakers have Magic Johnson and Nixon in the back line. Here's Wilkes. What a move. Can you believe that? Wilkes and Greenwood was all over him, John.
They're 6 for 7 from the field, Jimmy, and they're all layups. On the other hand, the Bulls are 1 for 6. They're trying to do it outside.
Theus and Jones fronting Greenwood made a nice play. Here's the Magic Man, 3-on-2. Great play, I'll tell you. It was a great play by Wilkes because the pass was a little behind him, and Wilkes still had enough athletic ability to go back and get the ball and lay it up. And it's a 14-5 Laker lead, 8 minutes to play first quarter. Steal again. This one by Magic Johnson. Release to Nixon on the baseline walk. They say he stepped on the line.
All right, they're going to try to cut off the passing lane. Let's take a look at that first steal. The first steal was made by Jim Jones. The last one was made by Magic Johnson. And all the way down for the easy layup, and that's 6 out of 7.
Lakers by 9. Theus from the corner. Reggie misses, and Jones another rebound. Lakers push it up right away. Nixon, his second jump shot of the night. It's good. Nixon's hit 2 of those from the outside. Lakers haven't been missing many. 16-5. The Lakers by 11 over the Bulls in Chicago. Landsberger, tremendous off the bench. Great rebounder. Jabbar with the rebound. He's done a terrific job, hasn't he, Landsberger?
Look at this.
Oh, Wilkes wide open. Chicago confused defensively, John.
They don't want to set up. They don't want to play the Bulls game of going back and setting up. They're trying to rush it out each time, and they've been successful. They find a man open. The Bulls are a little lackadaisical this evening. Sobers
across the lane. Got the roll. Ricky Sobers has had 5 of their 7 points. It's 18-7 Lakers. John, they started this way the other night against the Celtics, didn't they? Chicago.
Yes, excellent. Until they ran into the time clock.
All right, Jabbar with a hook shot, 27. The Lakers, unbelievable start with 6:28 to play in the first quarter. Textbook basketball by the LA Lakers. And now inside, and they've got Jabbar over the shoulder of Gilmore. Scott, you've seen this matchup many times, Gilmore and Jabbar. Who usually wins it?
Well, I'll tell you, I saw the most devastating performance last year. Gilmore had really dominated Jabbar, which is surprising. And I talked to some of the LA players, they couldn't believe it. But this year, not been the case. They only played that one time, and then Artis has been hurt.
Reggie Theus, 20-foot jump shot from the outside. Tremendous young second-year player, Nevada, Las Vegas. In fact, it's an all Nevada, Las Vegas back line for Chicago. Sobers and Theus, 29. Bulls by 11, 20-9. Nixon forced it. Greenwood saved it in to Gilmore. Sobers. Ollie Johnson's in the game now for Chicago. Replacing Landsberger. Ricky Sobers. And it's 20-11. The Lakers by 9. Wilkes. Greenwood. Theus. No foul. And Jimmy Jones off the offensive board.
The respect for both centers was just shown there. As Reggie Theus missed the layup because Jabbar was on one end. Magic Johnson missed it because waiting on the other end was Artis Gilmore.
Lakers by 11, and Ricky Sobers cuts that down again. Ricky Sobers has been the whole show for Chicago. He's at 9 of their 13 points, and the Lakers lead by 9. 4:45 to play, first period. Wilkes double team. Nice pass. Nice pass. Nice picture foot basketball, John.
You can't double team this team. You got to play him one-on-one and let Artis go and let Artis concentrate on Jabbar.
You know, when teams start winning, you wonder what comes first. You know, being unselfish, whether that makes you win or whether you start winning and you're happy and you want to give it up. You feel good about each other. The foul is going to be on Gilmore, I believe. Artis Gilmore, loose ball foul. Mike Cooper is getting ready to come in the game. He is in the game.
Let's take a look at what happened on that last play. The ball comes out here, and you watch Nixon take off past Reggie Theus, and Artis just puts a two-hand shove in the back of Nixon. Commit the foul.
Cooper is an outstanding defensive player as well. Into Jabbar now. Kareem. Fouled. Kersey makes the call. Now they call it on Sobers. They say Sobers, who was sloughing off to help out, is the guy that reached in and fouled, John.
Yeah, they were going to go one-on-one here. Take a look at it. That was just a half a help. That's when you get in trouble. If you don't come back all the way to block him off with foot position, you're going to end up with that situation.
Five for Jabbar. 25-13, the Lakers with 4:02 to play in the first quarter. Again, Jabbar. 26-13. The Lakers have doubled the score on the Bulls here in Chicago. 4 minutes to play, first period. Knocked out of bounds. No foul call. Earlstrom. Theus didn't argue much with it, John.
No, it was a good call.
Sobers underneath, quick layup. And Sobers has 11 of the Chicago 15 points. It's 26-15, the Lakers by 11. Jabbar making it look easy. Shades of Johnny Kerr and the Syracuse Nats.
You know, that's got to scare a man to death when you've got a 7'2" center. He's 15 feet away from the basket. He turns around and faces you and then drives on you.
Theus found himself wide open. It's 28-17. The Lakers by 11 over the Bulls. David Greenwood's got the only 2 points on the forward line. All the points by Chicago have been scored by Sobers and Theus. Most of them by Sobers. Knocked out of bounds, awarded to the Lakers.
Number 31, Spencer Haywood.
Spencer Haywood is going to come in for Jimmy Jones. Before that happens, we're going to have a timeout here with the score. The Lakers 28, the Bulls 17 in the first quarter. Let's pause for this word. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. A Shakespearean scholar, a student of Shakespeare. All right, a little bit of Laker pressure. Ollie Johnson. Ollie, good all-around player, good defensive player. Hit a couple jumpers for you, get rebounds. Doesn't complain about being on the bench. Foul on Nixon. His first, third on the team. That's important, isn't it, John? Being a coach, to have guys that are willing to accept that role and come off the bench, do the job, not complain.
Oh, yeah, you better tell them that's their job, too, and that's what you want them to do and not let them guess it.
Spencer Haywood, who just came in the game for Jones, fouled. That's 14 fouls against the Lakers. 2:40 to play in the first quarter. And now another whistle on the foul. Did they get Haywood again? Yes, they did. Now that puts him over the limit.
1+1, David Greenwood.
Here's Greenwood. Actually, we had 3 UCLA guys starting tonight. Jabbar, Wilkes, and Greenwood.
We also have 3 Las Vegas, Nevada. Sam Smith sitting over there on the bench for the Chicago Bulls.
And 2 starting.
Well, it's funny because sometime back, Reggie Theus says if we get 2 more guys from Las Vegas, Nevada, the NBA will put us on probation.
It's a great line. Theus with a steal. Reggie Theus jamming over Cooper. And Jerry Sloan wanted to foul, too. It's 28-21 now. Lakers by 7. Rebound Wilkes. They clear it back to Nixon with 2:10 to play. And all of a sudden, Chicago's come alive, John.
That's right. They're making Los Angeles play that setup game now, and they don't like to play that.
Jamaal Wilkes sliding through the lane. 30-21. Lakers by 9. Theus got away. It's really unusual because Cooper is a fine defensive player and Theus is eating him up. 30-23, the Lakers by 7.
This is a rarity when you see Gilmore on the high post looking down, making the pass to the guard. You know, it usually happens the other way around. That's a thank you.
Inbounds. And Jabbar rolled it in. 32-23, Lakers by 9. Bayshore is in the game now. John, tell us a little bit about Bayshore.
One of the smallest men in the league. He doesn't always look to the hoop, but he makes the good penetration and causes fouls on other players.
Good defense by Jabbar. And they'll jump at the big man. What about Mickey Johnson? 41 points last night in Washington. Indiana lost by a point. They've only lost 2 of their last 10. Bob Leonard's done a great job with that club. What's the feeling in Chicago about trading Mickey Johnson?
Well, I don't think that anybody enjoyed it. Even Mickey would have liked to play here. I think he just wanted a little bit more money, and that was their situation.
Jabbar, fine passing. Nixon got the assist. High-scoring first quarter. The Lakers 34, the Bulls 23. There's Mr. Bayshore. John said he likes to penetrate, dish it off, a la Kevin Porter. Now he's going to shoot it. Greenwood going to the board, and they love it in Chicago. 34-25, the Lakers by 9. 30 seconds of the period, the first one. Well, they really look for each other, don't they, John?
Well, they should. Let's take a look at that last basket by David Greenwood and watch the great timing that a player can catch. If we All right, watch Greenwood. He's on the right-hand side of your screen. He breaks now. So there he comes flying in, times it beautifully, slams it down through, picks up the deuce.
All right, Jimmy Jones comes in the game. They're taking Jabbar out. Magic Johnson back in. Jones is playing the middle. Nixon had it stripped. Cooper missed his shot badly. 1 second. Steal by Irvin Johnson, the Magic Man. And that's the end of the first quarter with a score. The Lakers 34, the Bulls 25. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. Lead by 9. John?
Yeah, Wilkes, Jones, Jabbar, all 4 of 4 from the field. An oddity here. 4 of the players scored for the Lakers in the first period. Wilkes had 8 by Jones, 12 Jabbar, and 6 by Nixon. Magic Johnson has failed to score.
Delmer Bayshore on the back line with Mengeld, who's in the game for Chicago. They have Greenwood, Ali Johnson, and Dwight Jones up front.
Foul on David Greenwood.
David Greenwood has drawn the foul. The Lakers going with Jabbar on the bench now. They have Cooper, Nixon, Jones, Haywood, and Magic Johnson.
I bet you Mengelt falls down before you get a chance to catch your breath out there. Fakes the offensive foul.
Good defense by Jones. Good defense. Bad release by Greenwood. Nixon coming back. Freelance time. They threw it over here. Mengelt.
Well, he fell down once.
Things have gotten out of hand here in the early stages of the second period. For lack of a better way to say it, John.
You got 2 of your centers, normal centers are out now. How do you handle your offensive assignment? Everybody wants to go in the middle.
Ali Johnson got that away with 1 second of the 24-second clock. I'd say Richie Powers had an interesting theory about the second quarter of a basketball game. We'll give it to you. It's being borne out as Jones hits it. Richie said this is usually the most hectic period because you got a lot of subs coming in the game, trying to prove they should have started, and things usually get more hectic in the second quarter than the first.
That's true.
Ali Johnson from the outside. The Lakers by 11. Jones with a rebound. Magic Johnson pumping up the lane, and a foul. A foul has been called. It's going to be against Spencer Haywood, who was setting a pick on Ali Johnson. Let's watch it.
Watch the collision here coming across. That's where you see him take Ali Johnson out. He was guarding David Greenwood, trying to get across the lane, and in the process of getting back on defense, Ali Johnson got in the way, and down he went.
All right, there's Bayshore, Nixon on him. Around the Greenwood pick. Mengelt. He's really in traffic. Good LA defense. Dwight Jones. Dwight Jones has helped this club since coming over from Houston, John.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise he's been. I don't think he's taken a shot outside of 12, 13 feet, and he's really helped the center position. The Bulls have played extremely well when he's been in there, and Artis has been on the bench.
All right, Dwight Jones now playing Jim Jones. Knocked away by Ali Johnson, away from Magic Johnson.
Checks in for Chicago. David
And Greenwood gets his first rest of the night. That's Kobe Dietrich getting in for him. Dietrich will play Haywood. Spencer tries him. Bayshore with the rebound. Bulls down by 9. Here comes Bayshore doing his koozie, and he's fouled on the outside.
Alan Jim Jones, his second.
And I think for tonight's trivia question, everybody knows where Deli Bayshore is from. He's from California State, but that's in Pennsylvania. There's a good job behind the back. What a super job for the little guy.
Here comes Bayshore. Nice penetration. Goes outside to Mengelt for the rainbow one-hander. And Mengelt grabbing his knee. Afterwards, 36-29. 7-point lead for the Lakers. Mengel's still complaining. He thought he was fouled after that shot. I didn't see a foul.
No. John is the great John Barrymore actor. Crash Mengelt, they call him here in Chicago.
Spencer Haywood couldn't find anyone in the pass to, and he hit the 18-foot jump shot. 38-29, the Lakers by 9. 9 minutes to play in the first half. Mengel again with a long arcing shot. Again, the bottom of the net. He didn't grab his knee that time. 38-31, the Lakers by 7. Magic all the way to the basket. Magic Johnson. 40-31. That was Mengel's man.
Mengel was a linebacker at Auburn. He went up there on a scholarship, and he was the leading free throw shooter in the nation when he came out. He can do it. He puts it up in the air. He's a good shooter.
And now fouled on Magic Johnson coming by trying to steal the ball.
Johnson, his first, second team foul. Abdul-Jabbar.
Jabbar and Landsberger come in. There's Abdul-Jabbar. Lakers by 9. Mengel misses that one. Jones with the rebound to Cooper. Dwight Jones and Jabbar now. Kobe Dietrich the rebound. Eddie Doucette's going to be talking to Magic Johnson on our halftime. You want to stay tuned for that. Magic Johnson at halftime. Bayshore thought that Mengel was going to come out and receive the ball. He never did. Jerry Sloan did.
Well, you'd think that the Lakers would like to get the ball now into Jabbar, let him work a little bit on Dwight Jones. And Jabbar is no stranger when it comes to backing in. It gets a little rough down there to pivot. And just
no problem that time.
And just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, slam dunk in your face, 3-point play. And you watch him make the move. He comes in, takes his position. Dwight Jones is a mere mortal on that play.
Well, the problem is that when you let a man of Jabbar's height and strength catch the ball that close to the basket, you're asking for trouble. Gilmore is back in. Artis Gilmore. And the 3-point play by Abdul-Jabbar makes it 43-31. The Lakers by a dozen. As you know by now, they were involved in that fantastic quadruple overtime game in Cleveland last Tuesday. They've had a couple days to rest. Bayshore, nice move from Bayshore as he cut inside and banked it home. 43-33. 10-point Laker lead. Actually, it wasn't on the baseline. He just knifed through and got to the basket. Dietrich knocked it away. Jabbar got it back. There's Wilkes having to roll out on him. And on the line, Lakers lose the ball.
Now take a look at that basket that Bayshore made. Watch him duck down the lane. He sees he's got Jabbar beat, pumps down underneath, up and in off the glass. Nice move.
Timeout here in Chicago with a score. And the Lakers 43, the Bulls 33 in the second quarter. Let's pause for this word. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. Honor for that fine rookie, Bill Cartwright.
He joins two other fine rookies. There'll be three of them in that game. There'll be Larry Bird and Magic Man.
Right, Chicago down by 10. Landsberger came over to Kobe Dietrich. And now it's Chicago down by 8, 43-35, 6:34 to play in the first half. Golden State's at Atlanta tonight, New York at Indiana. The Celtics are playing in Washington tonight, Philadelphia at Houston, Kansas City at Portland later on. And of course, Milwaukee at Seattle. You'll see that here. You also see Jamaal Wilkes knocking down an 18-footer, no problem. Lakers by 10. Mike Sober's back on the back line with Mengel. All right, Nixon comes in, Mengel leaves, and Theus comes in for Chicago. The back line now, as Cooper goes to the bench for the Lakers, is Nixon and Magic Johnson. Each club has their starting back lines in. Gilmore's had a tough time, John.
Jabbar is forcing him to take unnatural shots. You see him jumping in and wheeling over his head. Shot by Norm Nixon out of the corner. But he's taking unnatural things. I think he goes through his normal move, and Jabbar blocks it fine. You get the ball back out of bounds.
I think the point you made in the first quarter is really true. The Lakers just pushing it up every time they get it. Whether they have a fast break or not, they're pushing it up the floor, beating Chicago back, and getting good shots off even a semi-break, getting the 58-footer. Foul has been called against Jabbar.
Magic Johnson was all alone on the other end in case the block. Take a look at the shot. Kobe Dietrich coming right into your living room here. On the floor to save it from backcourt. Reggie Theus up to Sobers around. He's going to take that big hook. Jabbar catches him with the body, and Sobers does that extremely well, Jim. He'll keep his body between himself and that ball, and it's almost impossible, even with his size, to block the shot without fouling him.
Got to do something when a 7'3" guy is stalking you.
Right.
Now, Ricky, tough kid out of New York City, playground kid. 47-37, the Lakers by 10, 5:25 to play in the first half. Jabbar, Wilkes,
Kareem.
so good. 49-37, the Lakers by a dozen. 5:05 to play in the half. Jim Carvelis, John Red Kerr. Thursday night NBA basketball. Theus and Jabbar off to Nixon. Seconds to shoot it. Touched by Reggie Theus. LA has the ball back. Greenwood comes in for Kobe Dietrich. Greenwood, 15-8 a game as a rookie. Sobers. Ricky likes to take that three-point shot, too. Greenwood. Chicago. Blocked by Jabbar. Theus shot blocked. The release is blocked. Here comes Sobers. He took it right to the basket. They drew the foul from Jabbar again. He took it right at him, Jack. I can't believe that.
That's just what we were talking about the last time, and I said it, and it comes back almost as a replay as Sobers can come in all the way. There's a great bit of action underneath with the shots being blocked. Now you see Sobers come down with it. He'll slow down, then he'll put the steam on and take it in and keep his body there with Jabbar, draws the foul, throws it up over his head. He'll shoot a pair.
All right, Sobers. The Lakers up by a dozen now. 4:02 to play in the half. Some night by Sobers. 14 points, 14 of the 38 Chicago points. Magic Johnson with the rebound. Lakers by 11. Lakers, just making a quick analysis, John. The Lakers are playing really good team basketball, moving it around, hitting the open man. Chicago's been kind of a one-on-one club in the first half.
I think you find that with the position in the league. The Bulls way down in their division and the Lakers way up in theirs, and everything they need, it just comes a little easier to make that pass.
And making jump shots from 15 feet has always come easy for Norm Nixon, 51-38, and the Lakers by 13. Gilmore, I believe Spencer Haywood got him. Spencer's had quite a few fouls for minutes played tonight. 4 fouls on Spencer. Paul West said probably is going to have to go to Jimmy Jones pretty soon. Artis Gilmore. Now the penalty shot.
That's the first 2 points for Artis Gilmore tonight. They came from the 15-foot stripe.
With 3:25 to play in the half. 51-40 the Lakers. John, you told me something earlier today. You said Chicago's been a real good third quarter club this year.
Yeah,
Magic Johnson, a 6'8" guard, coming along the baseline and jamming.
Really a super nice play. Yeah, they have not been a good first half team. They do come out extremely ready in the third period, so I don't know if they'll close it up here a little bit when we go into third.
Lakers by 13. Greenwood. There's Magic Johnson. He's doing it all. What a pass. What a pass to Wilkes. Looking right, firing and left. And it's 55-40. The Lakers by 15. Tremendous play, John.
That's the X and O you put on the board. You say you run it this way, you end up with a nice basket.
All right, Jabbar had position. He established defensive position. Let's watch the Magic Man.
He's going to take it all the way. Watch on the left side of his screen. Beautiful shot through. Even though it's tipped like Reggie Theus, it falls through the net, and that's what you put on the board. X and O, and it'll work, and it does.
Timeout with 2:28 to play in the second quarter. Let's pause for this word. And you're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. All right, 2:24 to play in this NBA game. Thursday night basketball. Jim Carvelis, John Kerr, the Lakers by 15 over the Bulls with 2:15 to play in the half. Magic Johnson's hook shot is rebounded by Landsberger running Sobers, but the Lakers got back, John. Gilmore was stripped of the ball by Magic Johnson. He put it on the floor, and Magic got it. Wilkes, bullseye! Jamaal Wilkes, and it's 57-40. The Lakers by 17.
And we talked about that in the pregame, Jim, about how you watch everybody else, and Wilkes comes up with 18, 19 points to beat you.
He's averaging just about 20 a game, 19-9. Greenwood missed it. Landsberger, a big offensive rebound, knocked away by Norm Nixon. Boy, those hands, those LA guards have some quick hands, don't they? Landsberger again. Chicago really worked for that ood.
Landsberger does a good job rebounding. He gets into a jumping contest. Mark is excellent. He's got great body control, and he has got the all-time high offensive rebounds for this ball club. He really gets off the floor. Great body timing.
Nixon lost the ball to Sobers. He couldn't find the dribble. Here comes Sobers. Magic Johnson lets him go. 57-44. Lakers by 13. Landsberger, for time played, I think has more rebounds percentage-wise than anybody in the league.
That was a classic example of two players going across and not giving each other the room to pass, and they went down. Greenwood went down and Sobers went down, and inlaying it up with the left hand with the Laker.
And now, foul called against Cooper.
And talk about Jabbar, and the Lakers have had some great centers over the years, and they go back when they were in Minneapolis when they had the great George Mikan, and they've got one that was not a Tristodectophobian.
A what? A what?
They had a player who did not have the fear of the number 13, Will Chamberlain.
I'm glad you're an anti-sesquipedalianist.
Akunyo Shente would recognize that one immediately.
It's a guy that likes to use big words, or doesn't like to use big words.
The fear of number 13.
You know, when you think about the Lakers have had really great centers that had two of the greatest, played for Mikan and Jabbar.
Right.
Chamberlain. Backboard foul against Magic Johnson.
Sometimes you do some real good things for your ball club, and sometimes you compound a mistake in the back. The shot missed here. David Greenwood looking for the pass. Magic Johnson, who does it extremely well of stealing the ball. When a guy brings it down, as he did a couple times on Artis Gilmore in this period, that time he got caught.
All right, David Greenwood. A lot of people back in the LA area watching this game intently, watching David maybe play for the first time as a rookie in the NBA. Yeah, you have to say the Lakers have had one of the richest, most colorful histories in the NBA. They dominated the league as the Minneapolis Lakers before they came to LA. They brought along a couple of kids by the name of Baylor and West.
You could name an all-time great team in the NBA that could consist of Lakers.
That's right. Goaltending. Magic Johnson got 16. Gilmore fires, sobers, it won't count anyway. And the fans in Chicago a little upset. Some bluebirds coming out of the seats, and that's the end of the first half. The score, the Lakers impressive 61, the Bulls 45. This is Thursday night NBA basketball.
Really done a lot for the NBA, and of course, obviously a lot for himself, talking about Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers. I like talking to these ex-Michigan State people because I know, having patrolled the campus myself one time way back when, it's changed a lot because I was there a few semesters ago. You were there recently.
Right. It's changed a lot. It's grown, and we're having a good time, though. We just come off winning the national championship, and the football team's getting better, so everything's trying to pick up back in East Lansing.
You stay in regular communication with the folks up in East Lansing. I know you're very close to the whole athletic program. What kind of a reaction have you had this past week over the leaving of the athletic director and the football coach, Darryl Rogers?
Well, it's been a big, I guess, a surprise to everybody, and everybody's in shock. So it's a problem right now, and I guess right now they're still trying to search for a coach, and they got a few people in mind, so hopefully everything will work out well for them back in East Lansing. But everybody's like in a shock right now.
What about Judd Heathcote? Might he follow?
I don't know. I think he wants to get out west, but I don't know if he's going to leave. That's I guess a touch and go thing, and if he wants to leave, he probably will in a little while.
Well, he'd like to come out here and join you, I'm sure, somewhere along the line. You were magic for him for sure. Talk about your NBA career so far. 18.5 points a game, doing a tremendous job. Are you at all surprised with the way you have performed thus far here early in your NBA career?
Well, I think I surprised myself early, but once the season got going, I'm pretty used to what I can do now. It's a game made for me because I love to run and got a big man who can kick it out to me so I can be able to run. So it's been really, after the first couple of weeks, it's been really a year that I found out what I really can do, and that is score.
You did not have an opportunity, obviously, before this year to play with Kareem. You saw him play, but can you sense the rejuvenation that he's had since you've come to that team? He's a new man out there.
Well, he's definitely a fired-up big man, and I guess once you're that big and got so much talent like he does, that if you get him like he is now, then he can do it all, and that's what he's been doing. Shooting, passing, rebounding, blocking shots. So he's been doing it all, and I'm just happy to be playing with him instead of have to go up against him.
It's kind of a mutual admiration society because many times in the past players have said in playing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar they've become mesmerized and kind of stood back and watched him perform. But yet this year he's even said at times he's found himself standing back and watching you.
Well, I try to do some things, I guess, that catch his eye sometimes, but he can't watch too much because sometimes I might come down and his man might pick me up and I got to give him the ball. But I tell you, he's just a great man, and he's great off the court and on the court. And I really like him a lot, come to really know him. But I guess we can't really stand and watch each other because then if you get in a standing game, then the other team has an advantage.
Got to keep moving, that's for sure. You are a fellow that can do many things in the basketball floor. Do you ever find yourself wanting to get away from some of the discipline you know you have to work within during the course of a game and just kind of let it all go and come up with some of those magical moves?
Well, sometimes I get to want to do that. I guess at all times you want to see what you can do, and you want to do something real big for the crowd because, you know, the crowd is what make you, and I really want to do something special for them at times, but you know you can't. You got to stay within the offense game plan, so you just have to take it. And if a time comes where I can do something special for them, I will.
Mean Joe Green did himself a soft drink commercial. Magic Johnson's got one now. How many takes did it take you?
Well, it took me about 30 takes. And
you drank all that soft drink?
Well, what I did was I didn't have to drink the whole bottle like he did. They cut it off with me drinking only some of it. So I only drank, I guess, a total of maybe 15 since I did 30, about half of the bottle.
Were you good?
Oh, yeah, excellent.
Magic Johnson's the young man we're talking to. Magic, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers. Outstanding setup game that you played in Boston a couple of weeks ago. It had to be inspiring to go into Boston knowing all the media influence was centering on that particular area, and you were in there and you were hurt, but you went out and performed anyway.
Well, I love to win and I hate to lose, so I had to get in there and try to see what I could do. So I started off the game, but I really couldn't do what I wanted. So at halftime, me and the coach sat down and talked, and we thought it would be better if Cooper started and played all the minutes and let me come in and sub for him since I was hurt. So it was just a big win to go in there and take a game because it's crazy up in Boston. I mean, they really love their basketball, and they got a good team.
First NBA rookie since Elvin Hayes to win a starting berth on the NBA All-Star team, and that's got to be quite a thrill.
Yes, it is. It's quite a thrill, you know, your first year and everything, getting that, I guess it would be an award or whatever you want to say, but it's beautiful because the people voted me in, you know, and when you got that many fans around the country, that makes it all the more better.
How old are you now?
20.
You believe that? What a career this guy's got. Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles
Lakers. Talk about all the other guys, as John Kerr indicated before the game. Wilkes was 16, Jabbar with 15, and where you see the list. Jones 10, Nixon 10. Great balanced scoring. Theus is second, so they've gotten 25. Colin Mengel's 4 is 29. And Delmar Bayshore's 2 is 31 of the 45 points out of the backcourt, John. They're going to have to get more up front against this Laker team. At 15, backline Nixon and Irvin Johnson. He talked about that Gus Williams, Dennis Johnson backline being pretty good. That one's not too bad either. Look at the pass by Jabbar, but look at the great block by David Greenwood, blocking the shot of Jamaal Wilkes, a fellow UClan. See what Chicago can do here in the third period. Let's see if they get back in the game. They need this man. They need Gilmore. Jabbar with a rebound. Jabbar has really controlled Artis Gilmore tonight.
Well, they say Artis has not taken that natural shot. If he wheels to the center for the little hook shot, it has not affected the two of them playing. Has not affected the style of Jabbar. Jabbar plays his normal style.
All right, Sobers has been the offensive gun. David Greenwood. And the first 2 points of the second half belong to the Chicago Bulls at 61-47. The Lakers by 14. We played a minute of the third period. Offensive foul against Los Angeles on Jabbar. That's 4 on Jabbar, John. And Westhead doesn't agree.
There it is, moving in. I guess it was when he moved to the center of the basket because Artis just backed away from when he took the shot. So it must have been on the initial movement.
Very close call. Sobers a miss. Irvin Johnson another rebound. A 6'8" guard. Magic Johnson starting in the All-Star game in Landover, Maryland, Sunday. And the Magic Man. You know, he was really upset that a lot of people felt that he wasn't a good scorer. That was a good block by Jones. Jones just reached out a hand and got a piece of that shot. Look at the pass by Johnson. And Jamaal Wilkes lays it in, but give all the credit really to Johnson that time, John.
And I thought he was such a great rebounder in college. He played the back line in that zone that they used at Michigan State, and he was right under the basket for it. They only had about 5 real strong players. He'd pick the ball up and just go to the hoop, and that was the right street with the right number that trip.
That's Gilmore's first basket of the night. 65-49. Artis has 4. The important numbers. LA is up by 16. Nixon tried to tip it back to Wilkes, but tipped it out of bounds. I don't want to miss saying this. It's always great coming back to my hometown here in Chicago for a number of reasons. Of course, to see the relatives, but also to work with WGN Television, one of the outstanding TV stations in the country, and their sports pickups are just tremendous. It's great working with pros. And Ricky Sobers from the outside, 65-51. 14-point Laker lead, 9:10 to play, third period. Wilkes now. Nixon, guarded by Sobers, if he can grab the ball. 3-point try. Jabbar with position on the board. Sobers a rebound in a broken field. Here comes Ricky. Dietrich, he can hit that shot. He didn't that time. And Nixon comes out running. It's 3-on-3, and Dietrich just grabbed him. I think Dietrich thought it might have been a 3-on-1.
Yeah, I don't think he saw Sobers back under the basket, and he tried to prevent the layup, and he just reached out and put both arms around. Watch him coming behind him now. You'll see Nixon come down. I don't think he saw Sobers. He tried to grab it and stop the play. And
intentional. Doesn't that look like an intentional foul to you?
well, I think it's because they threw that out and don't want that call unless it's an elbowing foul. But that certainly would have been in a college game.
Nixon, another jump shot. 67-51. The Lakers up by 16. Chicago can't really cut into this lead. Jabbar tapped it away.
That was a good shot at Jabbar coming over to help Jones. Jones has switched over to Artis Gilmore. And Jabbar came through the back to help out.
So Jabbar is going to help everyone out now. He's just going to pick up the first guy that comes through. Or the first guy that comes free. That one was Greenwood. He got him. And now he got the rebound. And a great release on a 3-on-1 break. The Magic Man. Look at that play. Nixon. And even the partisan Chicago fans give Norm Nixon and the Lakers a great hand for that fast break. LA by 18 and playing beautifully.
This is the man that's got to get a little hot for him, too. Theus has to do a few things to get this club rolling.
Dietrich. Chicago one-on-one basketball. The Lakers supreme team basketball. That's the way it's been. No other way to say it. And an offensive foul on Magic Johnson.
Let's take a look at this play. Previously, here's two passes into Johnson. He flips it underneath to Nixon. He comes around, casually lays it up over his head for a deuce.
All right, timeout here in Chicago. With a score, the Lakers 69, the Bulls 51 in the third quarter. Let's pause for this word. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. Let's help the Fever make a run for the division crown. Action starts at 1:30. I'll be there along with Kyle Rowe Jr. to bring you all the action. Paul Westhead imploring his Lakers not to let down. They lead Chicago by 18. 7:22 to play in third period. Ollie Johnson in for Chicago. Greenwood way outside. Irvin Johnson a rebound, and Nixon. Here comes LA pushing it forward. Jabbar almost walked. Now he shoots over Greenwood. Rebound to the big guy. Gilmore got it to Sobers, who got it to Theus, who got it to Gilmore, who was tied up by Jabbar. Green was tied up. They got a hand on the ball. Now it's Chicago with a loose ball. Another foul on Irvin Johnson. See how many on Irvin.
A lot of action. They let him play a little bit out here, and finally the foul is called. And Irvin Johnson with the foul, he says, I didn't get him, as the blood leaks from under his nails.
John. The blood leaks under his nose.
I think somebody's skin he must have had under there, too.
4 fouls on Irvin Johnson, the Magic Man. Here's Greenwood. David Greenwood at the foul line. LA's really sticking their hands in all the time, aren't they, on defense? I can't tell you how many loose balls they've jarred free tonight. Greenwood, a 17-point Laker lead with 6:48 to play in the third period. There's no defense for that.
But he's taking that shot. You know, that's the way that.
First of all,
you would
almost think they got to front him, John. They can't even catch the ball in there. There's just no way. David Greenwood. And Greenwood now has 11 points. The Lakers lead by 17. Foul on Reggie Theus, fouling Wilkes. Again, the Lakers looking for the open man. Cooper comes in the game, and he's going to replace Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Not a bad foul shooter. Never fails. As soon as you say that. 19. Jones missed a follow. Gilmore got the rebound. Lakers by 18. 6:05 to play, third period. Bulls looking for their 19th win of the year. An outside chance to be in the playoffs. Knocked out of bounds by Jones.
Now you'll see more team help. Jones is going to go one-on-one with Gilmore, trying to stop him down low as Jabbar takes a rest. So you'll see a lot of purple jerseys helping out.
Theus got free. Now Sobers. Offensive foul on Sobers. Good play by Magic Johnson. He just stayed there and he grabbed him.
And it was a super play because he not only took the foul, but helped Theus not hurt himself. He just wrapped his arms around it, caught himself in the nose as Jack Kern, the trainer, out now looking at Magic. Let's take a look at it coming in. He does two good things here. He sets himself in front and enough time, takes the foul, and then catches Sobers, and in doing so, catches a little bit of, I think, Ricky's head after nose.
Lakers by 16. Foul was on Ricky Sobers. 5:45 to play in the third period. Milwaukee at Seattle, game 2 right after this one. Thursday night NBA basketball. Cooper. There's Jones. Trying to get the ball to Cooper. They've really been well schooled and just moving. That motion offense, keep cutting guys, flashing them through the lane, and people are looking to make the pass.
Yeah, don't pound the ball. Don't put it down. You take the air out and play this game, really, if you want to. They move it around and do it so well.
Greenwood trying to lob it to Gilmore. Now, he's pretty tall, but he's not that tall. He hit the side of the basket and went out of bounds.
I played with Chamberlain one year, and I said, how do you, could see that coming. And I asked Chamberlain, how do you like the pass to come to you? And he said about 10 feet in the air, 13 feet in the air. Well, the basket's only 10.
How's that for a playground move by Ricky Sobers, huh? Nixon. Norman kind of forced that one a little bit. There's Theus. You know, as good as the Lakers are playing and as badly as Chicago's played, now we've seen it. Look at this move by Magic. That was one for the crowd.
It's gotten to be a practice game situation here up and down the court. The blue shirts are beating the white shirts.
But you know, John, we've seen enough games over the last 20 years to know a couple of hoops by Chicago. And it just happens that way. You know, I don't think that Paul Westhead and Riley on the bench over there aren't thinking about that, because they don't want LA to be lulled to sleep now. They're 14 up. That's not the biggest lead in the world with 4:05 to play in the third period. So I want them to keep playing. There's a good pass. They keep doing it. There's Wilkes going out of the ball, and Jones made the good backdoor play pass.
Take a look. Watch the play. There goes Cooper. He's going to be all alone back there. Nobody saw him. He tried to slam dunk it, and his timing just a little bit off. But a real good idea on what to do.
All right, Wilkes. 19 points. For Jamaal Wilkes. The Lakers by 15. The Lakers will go to Washington tomorrow. They're all-star players. Ball awarded to LA. Jabbar was the top vote getter in the West. course, you know Magic Johnson will be starting. Nixon. Off Magic Johnson. You know, one of the things you gotta love about Magic, he plays with such exuberance. I mean, he plays like a 20-year-old, actually plays like a 12-year-old. He can't wait to get the ball and do something. Ollie Johnson just did something with it that time. Lakers by 14.
Bayshore ready to come in here in a minute, try to pick up the tempo a little bit. The tempo was picked up for a minute, but it was racehorse with nothing in mind.
Theus, Nixon, Sobers. Ollie Johnson. And now it's a 12-point Laker lead, 74-62 with 3 minutes to play in the third period.
You think it'd be all over for the Bulls the way they've been playing, but they seem to hang in there some way.
LA throws it away. Actually, Spencer Haywood wasn't ready for that, wasn't alert to that. And Paul Westhead calls timeout. With a score, the Lakers 74, the Bulls 62 in the third quarter. Let's pause for this word. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. Jersey 07436. All right, Reggie Theus, Bayshore is in the game. Dwight Jones, Ollie Johnson, Greenwood, 6 seconds to shoot. Ollie Johnson's gonna have to put it up. Oh my goodness. He was really hacked on the play. He was putting it up because the 24-second clock was running down. All right, Byrne is in the game. Burns in the game for the Lakers for the first time tonight. Cooper. Burns in the lane. Nice left-handed shot. Beautiful left-handed shot by Marty Burns. Marty doesn't get a lot of playing time, averaging 2.9 a game, 6'7", 215 pounder. 76-62 Bulls by 14. Dwight Jones. You know, John, as soon as Jabbar comes out of the game, all of a sudden things change under the basket. People are getting layups.
That's the old axiom, the harder I work, the luckier I get, I guess.
A minute and a half to play third period. The Lakers by a dozen. Cooper. Rebound Theus. Chicago getting back in this game. Bayshore. Theus. Penetrating, lays it off nicely to Dwight Jones. Now it's a 10-point game. The Lakers 76, the Bulls 66. A minute 7 to play, third period. Jim Carvelis, Red Kerr, Chicago Stadium. Fans are getting a little lively now.
Now they're not booing, they're hollering D for defense.
Wilkes. And Chicago trying to cut it some more. Here comes Bayshore. Ollie Johnson, Dwight Jones in the lane. Layups. Bulls down by 8. It's turning around.
Now, we said he doesn't take that shot more than 8, 10 feet away. He does a good job. They play good when he's in there. They really get out and run.
All right, Wilkes, he may have to do it himself. Spencer Haywood, that's a big hoop. That's a big hoop to stop Chicago momentum momentarily with 15 seconds to play in the third period. Bayshore, three-point try. Almost got it in front of the rim. Jones is fouled. Dwight Jones fouled by Spencer Haywood. That'll be 5 fouls on Spencer Haywood.
I'll show you a little bit the way the Bulls are coming back, and now it's quick movement. There's one, and Greenwood looks down the lane. Takes a look inside, and a little layup from Ollie Johnson, and good movement by the Bulls, and that time effort by Bayshore fell short. Jones rebounded through the hookup, got fouled, and now tries to close the gap as he makes the first of 2 free throws.
Lakers by 9 with 3 seconds. Jones has come in to score 9 points. Done a good job off the bench. He's done it all year long. And the Bulls are down by 8. And that is the end of quarter number 3, a quarter that belongs to the Chicago Bulls at the end of 3. The score, Lakers 78, the Bulls coming back with 70. You're watching Thursday night NBA basketball. All right, quarter number 4 here in Chicago Stadium, the Bulls and the Lakers, Thursday night NBA basketball. Jim Carvelis, John Red Kerr. 78 Lakers, 70 Bulls. Bayshore brings it up to Chicago. Dwight Jones, who scored 10 off the bench. Bad pass by Jones.